When you have the perspective of learning, every lesson is a miracle.
I'm going to be moving to California.
Okay.
To intern sportsman marketing.
Nice.
Next week, Monday. You know, I'm extremely excited.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I want you to push me, Mr. Meltzer. Push me.
Oh, I will. Well, you're doing the right things and understanding. It's so funny in my life, even I always say, so many people want to be sports agents.
Sure.
Right? They want to be sports, and so they'll come to me like, you know, how you become a sports agent? And I was with Dan Patrick on Sunday. He created a sportscasting school, and he's trying to create a minor leagues for sportscasting. So his whole school at Full Sail is built. Come here. It's a month-to-month program, and if you graduate that month, you can move to the next one. But no one's going to graduate unless they're ready to do. Sure. And also, it qualifies you because some people, you start realizing maybe this isn't for me.
Right.
Right. If the NBA was for me, there would have been a point. The NFL I thought was for me. There's a point. It wasn't for me. Right. My freshman year in college, I realized that when I was playing, maybe this isn't for me. And so now what do you do? And he provides that opportunity as well. What this provides you is the perspective, right? That it's not that things are happening to you anymore, right? Frustrates me so much. You get this as a rabbi, right?
Yeah.
Oh, rabbi, is it the great Jewish, you know, this happened to me. You know, why is this happening to me, rabbi, right?
Yeah.
And then
morning to night.
Right, and then there's then the next level for me of enlightenment was, wow, I live in God's favor. I live in the universe's favor. Everything's happening in my favor. But where I want you to get is where I have a new level, and it's, wow, everything's happening through me. But it's not for me. It's to come through me for others, for everyone, to improve. So whatever's coming to me, for me, is now through me, meaning X, a person like Dave Meltzer in your life, a book like Connected to Goodness, or an idea from the universe. It comes down through me and becomes Dave Meltzer plus X, plus Marvin. Right, X plus Dave Meltzer plus Marvin. X plus Connected to Goodness plus Dave Meltzer plus Marvin.
And the goodness spreads.
And and then it goes that formula plus Marvin over to Rabbi Bergman. That one over to Kevin. All of a sudden you see how it's an evolution. That's why there's no genius in the world. The genius is sharing it. Right? You read every single thing in that book, I promise you none of it's mine. It's all X plus David Meltzer.
Right.
That's what makes it mine. But that's if it's for me. But it's not, that book's not for me. It's through me. So now it becomes, when you read it, the minute you become aware of my book, it becomes X plus Dave Meltzer plus Marvin. And then when you tell somebody about it, it becomes plus Ralph. And that's what people don't get. But everyone gets at some level, sometime, if you can teach them, stop being a victim. It's not happening to you. It's right, and then they transform into, oh, things are happening for me. I'm positive, I'm grateful, I'm forgiving, I'm accountable.
Right.
But where it gets really good is when you can inspire others, empower others to empower others to, everything's happening through us. And you've manifested everything, not just me.
Everything.
You manifested him. You think that was an accident?
I told him, we had actually had a discussion about that.
My mom's so wise, but yet never explained it to a level which, because I'm not as smart as her, I didn't really get when she said, accountability is the most freeing lesson I'll ever give you. Like, why? Because it now gives you control to be accountable. What does that mean? Everything in your life, you just ask two questions. What did I do to attract it to myself? And what am I supposed to learn from it? And that when you have the perspective of learning, every lesson is a miracle. Every lesson is a miracle. Why? Because it's, once again, a lesson is formulated by X plus Dave Meltzer plus who you're giving it to. Then it becomes a lesson, right? To be able to be aware of it, process it, and give it, right? That's the miracle in everything.
Absolutely.
You manifested Kevin. You manifested Justin. We manifested everything.
Manifestation, amazing, Mr. Meltzer, amazing.
And gives you.
Also, I'm getting out of my way. It's like you said, trust the universe. Get out of your own way.
Yeah, it's so hard to teach people. So hard to teach people to surrender. and still feel like they have control, that they're taking action.
Sure.
Like they feel, wait a second, you tell me not to be a victim, not to let things happen to me, but you're telling me to surrender or get out of my own way? Yeah, because that's the full power of it. It's like this. I'm the magnet, this is what I want. Now, let it come through you and get out of, don't stop it with your ego. The need to be right, the need to be offended, the need to be superior, inferior, separate, need for guilt, need for fear, need for attacks, need for judgment, need for conditions. Those are man-made. Belief supersedes everything that's natural. Belief, right, your connection supersedes everything natural, meaning everything man-made. Time, construct, man-made, right? Belief, it supersedes time. Let me give you a pragmatic example, how belief supersedes time. In a man-made natural sense, the biggest leading doctors in the world said at one time it was humanly impossible to break a 4-minute mile. They said so. Medical reports said so. Humanly, physically impossible for the human body to run a mile in 4 minutes. Roger Bannister had a belief. After his belief became real, superseded the natural, I believe more than 6 people within months broke the 4-minute mile. Proof that belief supersedes natural. So the difference between you and the thousands of other kids that apply for internships for me and read my book is that, you know, I have even interns there or even employees there that I'll ask, what's AAA strategy? And they won't know what it is. I'll ask them, do you want to come out? Then, right? Come out. Come out. You want an internship, then come out. I have one employee, he's now the head of USA Badminton. He's moved on, but he was at St. John's. He knew English at the lowest level. All he was completely persistent and believable. He said, Mr. Meltzer, I'll do anything. I came to the city, he would come in the city, and he'd carry my bag. Because that's all he literally could do to help me. And then like one time I came in the city, I needed someone driven to the airport, and he said, I'll do it. He drove to the airport, saved my butt. Then he graduated and he said, I want to do an internship. I said, all right, get out here. Drove all the way across country, showed up. Internship. So I don't know where he slept. May have been in his car. Right? But he's one of the fastest progressing employees I've ever had. And he's not working for me anymore because he moved on to something bigger and better, more suited to his skills, knowledge, and his passion. That's what I want for everyone. You know, that's why I have the internship program. Just like life. Come learn from me, X plus Sports One Marketing, and put it through you. Whatever that could still be, like these guys, lifers. Or it could be monthers or years. But, you know, we have guys who work for the Tiger Woods Foundation, ESPN, every team in every sport, you know, Olympics, all over the place. And nothing makes me prouder. And also extends out, talk about being kind to your future self.
Sure.
If you've helped someone get what they want, do you think when you ask them to help you, they'll be the first person to help you? When and if you need them.